What's up, noodleheads? Today, we're going to be making homemade ramen noodles. Start with 60 grams of whole wheat flour, 940 grams of bread flour, which has at least 12% protein. Mix the flour for even distribution and make sure there are no clumps. Now weigh out 400 grams of distilled water, not purified or tap water, because the added minerals and chemicals can affect the alkalinity of the noodle. Using a gram scale, weigh out 8 grams of sodium carbonate and 2 grams of potassium carbonate. Alternatively, you can just use baked baking soda. This will change the pH of the water and make it alkaline, which allows the noodles to keep its springiness in the broth and creates the proper texture for a good ramen noodle. Stir the mixture into the water until dissolved. Then add 10 grams of kosher or sea salt and stir until dissolved. After everything is dissolved in the water, slowly mix it in the flour and try to evenly incorporate it to create an even absorption and avoid clumps. Mixing the alkaline salts and salt into the water makes sure that it is evenly distributed throughout the dough, so don't mix it into the flour before you add the water. After you add all the water, cover and let the dough rest for 1 hour. This will help the water fully absorb into the flour before you start kneading. Then transfer to a Ziploc bag and knead it with your feet until smooth. You can do it with your hands if you want, but it's much easier. You may have to take it out and fold it once or twice to achieve this. Let it rest for 30 minutes and then cut your dough into 10 even pieces. Put the dough you aren't currently using in the Ziploc bag to prevent it from drying out. Roll the dough to allow it to fit into your pasta machine. Starting from the biggest setting, keep laminating until you reach about 1 millimeter or about a 5 or 6 setting. Fold over in a trifold and keep the dough in the same orientation each time you laminate it. Repeat this process until the dough is smooth, even, and takes up the entire width of your pasta machine. After you have 2 dough sheets, laminate them together using the same process. This will strengthen the gluten structure in your noodles and replicate how real ramen machines make noodles. Dust your dough sheet in cornstarch or potato starch thoroughly to prevent sticking. Let your dough rest again for 30 minutes to allow the gluten to relax, and then cut into your desired thickness and shape. Wrap your noodles in plastic wrap and then place in a Ziploc bag to age at room temperature for 1 to 2 days to allow degassing and the gluten to relax. This will promote a better textured noodle. Although this seems like a long process, once you try homemade noodles, you may never go back. Itadakimasu.